when I was dating men, there was a handful of times that I disclosed to the guy and he's like, I've never been tested. And it's just a turn off. Like, I'm just not interested at that point. I'm not going to want to sleep with them until they do that.
Welcome to Come Talk with Amy, the podcast where sex isn't whispered about, it's talked about out loud. I'm Amy, your host and intimacy coach, here to spark raw, playful, and unfiltered conversations about relationships, desire, and everything in between. No shame, no scripts, just real talk about what really turns us on. Let's dive in. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Come Talk with Amy. We have the amazing Tricia Wise in the house today, aka Safe Slut. Hi, Tricia.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my God. It is so exciting to have you on. And I cannot believe that this is our first official conversation.
I know we've been following each other for so long, but
Yes.
and now we're doing it live.
We follow each other. We're both here in New York City and we have like so many mutual friends and connections. And we just haven't been in the same spot at
I
the
know,
same
which
time.
is surprising because I feel like we probably both go to a lot of like events and stuff, but I'm also
Yes.
antisocial, so I probably don't go to as many events as it might seem like I go to.
Oh, me as well.
So
But yeah, so it's wild that we have not officially met in person. But now we're having this convo and we will definitely have to find some time, maybe in the summer when things are a little bit like warmer.
I know I like really hibernate in the winter. Like the only thing I've been doing is like I've been going to play soccer like indoors, and that's it. Like I have not been like going
Ooh,
out at all.
that's so fun. Where do you play soccer indoors?
There's a few locations I play at. Mostly they're all in Brooklyn, so I'm in like a couple of
Nice.
leagues. So yeah, that's all I do pretty much. But in the summer I will be feral. So looking forward to
Yes, same. I know I've totally been hibernating this winter.
it.
So, Trisha, I am curious before we delve into everything Safe Slut, what is making you hot and bothered lately?
Okay, so what's making me hot and bothered is when people that I'm dating reciprocate what I am giving as well. Like really intentional, thoughtful, someone who's like actively courting me. That's really hot. Love that.
Hello. That's so fucking hot and so fucking fabulous. More of that, please. If you're out there trying to date Trisha, you have heard it.
You heard it here. Just plan a thoughtful date and you got me. And also be obsessed with me,
I mean, hello, as they
please.
should be.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing. I love that. So, Trisha, you are famously known as the Safe Slut. Tell us how that came to be.
I thought of the name Safe Slut the day of my herpes diagnosis. So I was diagnosed with genital herpes a little over 6 years ago. And I was like 25 and was like, okay, well, I'm still like in my hoe phase. Like, can I still have sex with people? And like, obviously, I wasn't in a relationship. So I'm like, how am I going to navigate this? So basically, it was me being like, okay, I can still be a slut, but I have to be a safe slut now. And yeah, I made an Instagram page a few months after my diagnosis just to kind of educate people, find community for myself because I was still struggling. And yeah, let everyone in the world know that herpes is not a big deal. It's just super stigmatized. And so then I became the safe slut, which is funny because I'm not actually that slutty anymore. But it's slut is a state of mind. I still identify as a slut. I'm a slut when I'm like in love with someone, but I'm not doing what I was doing in my 20s anymore.
Yes. Slut is such a state of mind. You know, we
Yes.
can have some pauses or a different phase, but like once a slut, always a slut. No.
Slut forever. And I was like slut shamed a lot when I was in high school. So to me, reclaiming the word is really important to me. So it's also like political and like an overall identity. And yeah, just I think it ties into everything in my life. So I'm forever a slut, regardless of how many people I am sleeping with currently.
Yes. And I love that like reclamation of the word and also reclaiming it along with you said your diagnoses, your herpes diagnoses. So what is that like? I don't know if you call yourself an advocate.
Yeah, yeah. I think advocate is good. herpes content creator. The only word I really avoid is just influencer. That's the one I don't like that
Yeah.
one. But yeah, I think advocate, activist, whatever. Like, yeah, they're all great.
I think it's amazing that you decided to go on and become a content creator in this space and like not only reclaim a safe slut for yourself, like you said, the day of your diagnosis, but then like go on and help others to reclaim that as well. So I would love to hear any stories that you've had, people that have slid in your DMs. How has the title of Safe Slut landed for others?
Initially, I was anonymous, but that lasted like 2 weeks, and then I posted a selfie. So I think it's really important to like for destigmatizing, like me being anonymous still it feels like it adds to the stigma. So I think being really public about it has been really interesting because like I've been recognized like a fair amount in public, and like that's so funny to me because people are like, hey, that's the girl that has herpes, like, hey. And like, it's just funny to me. But it's also like, it makes me feel amazing that my work is reaching people because, like, when you're posting on the internet, you're not seeing people read it. I just feel like I'm just like typing it out and like it's like a diary. So the fact that it's like actually helping people is like, I like wasn't anticipating that at all. So that always feels amazing when someone says something to me in person. I think another cool thing is I've had a lot of people DM me. I actually had a friend DM me a week ago because they have been following me, were herpes negative, then they end up getting diagnosed and they're like totally fine about it because they've been following me. So they know that it's like not a big deal. So they're always like, well, like I would have been freaking out if I wasn't following your page. So now I know it's like not a big deal. I'm like, I'm totally fine. And I'm like, that's like
That's
literally, and that's
awesome.
the goal of this, is I don't want anyone to feel alone or like that their sex and dating life is over when they get diagnosed with herpes because it's just like not true.
Yeah, absolutely. Like so fucking huge. And what is the way that you disclose or that you recommend people disclose? I'm curious like, what that conversation usually looks like for you.
Yeah. So the way I disclose is going to be different than the way other people will disclose because since I'm public about it, people I date usually already know. So what I do is I go, have you seen my Instagram? And they're like, yeah, like I know like what you're about to say. And like they're like, yeah, it's fine. And like after that, like I think at that point it's like they would have already done their research about it where it's like we still have a conversation about it and like talk about like sexual health and yeah. I pre-disclosed, my internet self-disclosed for me, so that's cool.
Those are some benefits right
Yeah,
there.
it
Like the
works in my
conversation is
favor.
had for itself.
Yeah, like I think I might be disclosing tomorrow, and I'm like, they already know. So I'm like, cool, this is great. I still get nervous though, I will say. If I like someone and like I know it's coming, I like still get a little nervous. But usually tell people because people when they get diagnosed, they think they just have to like confess this thing. And I like to tell people that like this isn't just you disclosing, this is just a conversation about sexual health and like the other person's sexual health is just as important. Like it's not just you disclosing. So I always tell people like I think it's really helpful to start the conversation by asking the other person when they were tested last because that's important too and it also like gives you time to breathe while you like initiate that conversation and like I also think it's
I
going to be
love that.
yeah, and it's really telling because if the person I'm disclosing to is like, well, I've never been tested or like I haven't been tested in a while, like I'm not gonna want to sleep with them until they do that. So it's also telling. And like just the way they talk about STIs in general, I think is important because when I was dating men and like there was a handful of times that I disclosed to like a guy and he's like, I've never been tested. And I'm like, okay, you're like a 30-year-old man, but like go off, I guess. And it's just a turn off. Like I'm just not interested at that point.
Such a turn off.
Yeah, like that's
But like
weird.
people struggle with conversations about sex all around. And like you touched on something like so key about like if there's somebody you really like, there's extra feelings that come up. And I like how you say like it's having a conversation about sexual health, like that you're about to have sex with a person, right? And I love that because yeah, it puts pressure off a little bit or just
Yeah.
helps to reframe it and,
It just feels like neutral. It doesn't like I don't want
yeah,
people to feel like it's a confession. That's the biggest thing. Like I don't want them to be like, "Oh my God, I have this really horrible thing to tell me. Like you're gonna hate me." Like
these
no.
are my
Yeah, I
confessions.
know exactly. And I also think like disclosure to me is such like a I think obviously at the beginning when you're new, you're like, oh, like I have to plan this out. I have to say this thing word for word, blah blah blah. And I'm like, whatever, do whatever you want. Do it text, through in person, whatever. Like obviously as long as you're doing it before you have sex with someone, that's all that matters. I am a fan of doing it in person. I personally don't like to do it through text, but like if that's what you want to do, like that's fine. I've done it that way and it's been fine. I would say, yeah, do it before you have sex with someone. And I would also avoid doing it in the heat of the moment if you can, because like you don't want people to kind of just be like, okay, because they're already like in there and then they regret it later. So when they're like clear headed, preferably sober, maybe like a nice walk, getting a little tea or something, I think that's like,
I
yeah,
love that.
the best.
Yeah. And what about like in the play party scene? So I've had several conversations on the podcast about play parties. I personally love to frequent them. And I had one of my dear friends listen in who's not gone to a play party. I value this person a lot. They also work in the sexual wellness space. And they gave me really interesting feedback, which was like, you didn't talk about STIs or prevention at all when you talk about play parties. When my friend gave me that question, I was kind of like, how is this conversation any different than you would be having with like a person you're hooking up with individually versus in a play scene?
I feel like it's similar. So, okay, so this is my thing. I am not a play party person. I go to them sometimes just to like if whatever. Sometimes I just end up there. That just happens.
Just to hang out.
Just a vibe. Honestly, last time I went, like I was really, really drunk and there was just like mountains of pizza boxes. And I got there at like 2 a.m., fucked up. I didn't do anything with anyone. It's a long story of how I ended up there, but I just like I consumed like 5 pieces of pizza within like 4 minutes. Like I was just like inhaling.
That's
And so
amazing.
I had the best time at that play party. That was great. But as a sex worker, I don't want people watching me have sex for free. So I don't love play party. And I also like
Yes.
I am an exhibitionist, but not in a like not in the way where it's like, okay, everyone's here for this reason. And I'm like, well, that's boring now. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't
Yeah.
do exhibition with people who don't consent, but like when it's too planned, I'm like bored. But they're fun. And like obviously like there's the various types of like play parties and stuff. And like I'm not a hard no. But so I have gone and disclosed honestly kind of just for vibes to see what the vibe is.
Love that.
Yeah, and I think it's honestly like similar to how I disclose normally. Like, I think it's just like you are doing it in the heat of the moment because you have to. I also think that the reason you probably left out the STI conversation beforehand is because I think when you go to them, we're expecting people to already be on top of that. Like when you're in a play party space, it's like, well, I'm expecting everyone to have already been tested because that like we're here for the same reason. So like we're expecting to have sex with people, we're being safe. Not always the case in my experience, I guess, of talking to people. So like, when I've disclosed, like, I just kind of say it just like, were you tested recently? And they're like, yeah, or no, whatever. And I'm like, cool, like I was tested this time, like I have HSV2, like, do you have any questions? And they're like, oh, like, usually people just go, doesn't everyone have that? And I go, yeah, basically. So that's usually how it's
Yes,
been. Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the fact that like the majority of the population, adult population, is walking around with herpes?
Especially in New York. It's like, I think the new numbers are like over 1 in 5 people in the whole world, ages 14 to 49, have genital herpes. I think in New York, it's like over 1 in 4. So it's everywhere. I mean, the thing is, like, cold sores are herpes. The majority of the world has that. There's like so many other types of herpes. Like, it's just, you know what? It's a virus that's been around since before humans. If you don't have herpes, what are you doing? You know? I don't know.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I know. Just because you don't know your status doesn't mean that you don't have herpes. The reality is it's likely that you do, right?
Yeah, because it's usually asymptomatic. It's not tested for on a standard STI panel. So when you're getting tested for everything, herpes is usually not included unless you're showing symptoms or specifically ask. So most people have it and have
Yeah.
no idea. And obviously, I'm not saying go out and go get herpes, but I'm just saying it's just, I don't want like a soundbite to
Go
be
get
like,
herpes.
Tricia's like, go get herpes, everyone. No, it's just like, it's just more of like, it's something that's kind of inevitable. And for the majority of people, there's no health risk to having it. It's just like an occasional skin thing that happens. I also personally like whenever I get an outbreak, it's because I'm stressed, overworked, went out too much, sick. So it's like a good reminder to like tone it down a little bit. It's like a sign from your body.
Yes. Yeah. It definitely outbreaks, yeah, do often happen around stress. Also, I love too that you're like, it's the way that you just modeled for us. Like, I think we have this idea and concept largely because of how it's portrayed in media and the fear mongering, like in, the various outlets, media outlets and things, and schools. I grew up in, the ABC era where abstinence, be faithful, and condoms,
Ooh, I've never heard of that, but I grew up Catholic, so like, yeah, the same.
Yeah. We're like, oh my God. And I was watching one of your episodes of Shadow Band. So shout out, Trisha's also a fellow podcast host. So definitely go and check out her podcast, Shadow Band. We'll have it linked in the show notes. But you were bringing out this, I don't know if it was a magazine from like 1982
I have it
where
right
it was
over
talking
here.
about, yes. Oh my God. I'm so excited to see this.
It's Time magazine from August 2nd, 1982, and it says today's scarlet letter herpes, and that's the front cover. There's a lot of misinformation in this article, but also this was the 80s, so this is before any credible herpes research was probably done. I think a lot of it was they created Valtrex, so they were also like creating fear so that people would buy this product for herpes outbreaks. And it's horrible. This article, yeah, it's called The New Scarlet Letter, Herpes, an Incurable Virus Threatens to Undo the Sexual Revolution.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. Wives now give husbands smiling lectures on the ravages of the disease to keep them faithful. Yeah, a lot of misinformation at this point. Obviously, this is after 60s, 70s sexual revolution time where like religious people were like, we can't be doing that. So this was like a way to get people to be
They're like, hone it
abstinent.
in.
Yeah, to like stop that. But it's funny because this what like herpes has been around obviously since before this, and it wasn't really an issue or like talked about, but obviously it was still prevalent. So yeah, lots of false info. I got this I think on eBay for like probably like $10, and I have it with my like Playboys and my signed Angela White little
Yeah.
poster. So
I love that. That's so fucking amazing.
yeah.
Yes. Like, oh my God. Just all of the misinformation, disinformation out there, like it's wild. It's wild. And a lot of it is like you were talking about, like the pharmaceutical industry, religious, different political like
Yeah,
platforms
misogynist.
and
Because even now, like we see it still, where it's like I see this on social media all the time of like men being like, females are the ones like giving people STIs, and I'm like, honestly, like it doesn't really. I mean, both parties are giving people STIs, but like it's just again, it's like a blame on the woman for having sex constantly, and it's not even just STIs; it's like everything.
like always.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, classic. Like, even like think about sex work. Men do sex work. No one talks about men in sex work. It's always the woman. Like, I got
Yes.
slut shamed in high school. No one said anything to the guy. It was just me for STI. It's like, it's the same thing every single time.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah,
Brain ass.
losers.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's what it often is, right? It's like it's the same thing. I mean, they like to publicize how Grindr always gets shut down during the Republican convention time.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, yeah, of course that's happening. Like, absolutely. The call is always
Y'all
coming from
freaks.
inside the house.
Exactly. Y'all freaks just like being
Right.
shameful about it. So I'm curious, like, what came first for you? Sex work, safe slut? Did it all kind of evolve together?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a porn star.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah. And obviously, I didn't think that was like ever going to be a thing. And then when I got herpes, I was like jokingly to my friend on a podcast who like works in porn. I was like, oh, I can't be a porn star now. And she was like, actually, most people in porn have herpes. And I'm like, well, okay, that makes sense. But like, I just figured that was like a hard no. And so basically, I started doing Patreon and OnlyFans. Patreon, I don't do nudes anymore. That's just strictly herpes support. But on OnlyFans, I was just like, okay, I want to show people that like I can still be like sexual and hot with herpes. And then that kind of turned into me just doing like light nudes into like actual videos and stuff. So I've done like collabs with other creators or and
It's
solo.
amazing.
I've done a few like mainstream porn scenes. Now I'm mostly solo in this apartment, just chilling and just like talking and yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that. What is it like to start an OnlyFans?
There's obviously so many pros and cons. The pros are obviously it's like I'm making money to pay my student loans and my credit card debt and my rent and funding my lifestyle. So, I mean, I work full time and I also do Safe Slut and OnlyFans, and like I'm still like not a rich person. It's like living in New York City is very expensive.
Exactly. You do live in New York,
Yeah,
so I feel
it's
like
not easy. I mean, it's allowed me to like be able to have time to work on Safe Slut at home on the other days. I really like it also because I love connecting with people. You wouldn't think that that would be the case, but like half of the job is like therapy. Then
ooh,
it's
tell
like
me
tits.
more.
Because it's like a lot of men want someone to talk to. So it's a lot of just talking about their lives, giving dating advice. Obviously, I have people who are herpes positive looking for advice. So I think it's, yeah, it can be really wholesome sometimes, which I also like love. I have a few subscribers, like one of my subs is like on my close friends on Instagram. I'm like, you can see what's happening in my real life.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, obviously cons are it might be hard to find a real job if you don't want to do this anymore. If a bank finds out that it's you're making money through sex work, they'll shut your bank account down. So I have a separate bank
That's
account.
so
Yeah, I have
fucked.
a sex works only bank account and I don't keep money in there ever. I just it's always going to bills or transferring to my other account.
Wow, that's so fucked up.
Yeah,
The banks like
yeah, it's horrible.
have the ability to do that.
Yeah, and they like you won't even get your money. They just like close it and yeah, money's gone. Yeah,
No.
I know a handful of people that that's happened to. So that's always a risk. Obviously, it's a risk working with other creators if they're not vetted, which is a huge reason why I also don't collab with people often anymore because a lot of people are in it just to have sex with hot girls. And I also like, a lot of the porn I've made is like high art, like cool, weird porn. And that's also really
Ooh, I
fun for
love
me.
that.
Just kind or like something like super campy or my friend and I made this film. It's called Chain Bang, which you can purchase on my OnlyFans.
All
And
right.
yeah, and basically it's a film that's like about like breaking toxic patterns in relationships and stuff. And like I do like witchcraft and like we got someone to do the whole score for the film. So like the soundtrack is amazing and
Oh my
it's
God,
like
I'm
really
obsessed.
it's cool and it's like real it's a really beautiful film and that's more what I'm interested in when I'm making porn now is like I want it to be like high art or just really fucking weird. And a lot of people are in it just to like fuck hot girls, and that's not, no, no.
You're like, no, that's not what I'm here
Yeah.
for. How do you vet people to work with?
Usually I see who they've worked with, and if they're people that I know that are cool, then I'm like, okay, I like. Also, the New York indie porn scene's very small, so like you kind of know a lot of people, and people who like usually I just ignore people on Twitter when they reach out about it because I'm like, yeah, it just they seem sketchy, so it's a no for me.
Like, that'll be a pass. Thank you very
Yeah, like
much.
no. Another issue that's obviously happened to me, it happens to pretty much anyone who is like public doing sex work, is getting outed to family. So if you don't want to get outed, honestly, like it might not be worth doing, or maybe doing like other forms of sex work that's not online because that's not easy. So there's also that. So I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of reasons why it would make sense to not do it. But obviously for me, it's like the things I talk about online anyways, it kind of all ties into each other. And to me, it was kind of like I have to do this. Yeah. I mean, it's just part of my life. So
I love it.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that bank account stuff is like so fucked up. And also like people are shitty.
People are,
I'm
yeah.
so anti people right now.
That's why I just stay home. That's why I'm just in my apartment.
But I'm like, people outing you, people are gonna do their bullshit. Like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, live your life in a way that is fulfilling to you because, yeah, people are fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, and it's the thing too. It's like, it doesn't even matter if it was like sex work or not. Like, I think it's important to live like authentically yourself always. And all of the work that I'm doing technically could be considered like any form of, like, I've gotten shut down on Instagram for talking about sex, not even sex work. We're in the industry, we all deal with it. Like, my bio was flagged 2 weeks ago for having the word herpes in my bio because it's sensitive, allegedly. So it's not just sex work, it's like all forms of just like sex education and everything. So everything I'm doing is a risk. So honestly, anyone who wants to be like a sex and dating content creator, honestly, don't. It's really hard. Don't do
It's
it.
so fucking hard. I know.
Yeah.
My account was at risk for being fully shut down like a week ago. And like I appealed it and they were like, what has happened in air? And I'm like, it's educational, bitch. Like I didn't put the bitch part, but
Yeah. Yeah. I've yelled at them. I've yelled at them before. Meta support.
yes, exactly. Oh my God. Which like is a perfect segue into your podcast called Shadow Band, which I'm like obsessed about the name. Like talk
Thank
about
you.
another like reclamation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny because now using the word shadow banned on Meta and TikTok can get you more shadow ban. So I have to censor the word shadow ban when I'm talking about my podcast. It's like,
That's wild.
it's so stupid. But yeah, I mean, it made sense that that's the name of my podcast because that was the reason for starting my podcast is I'm constantly getting censored. So I wanted to create a podcast because you can talk freely for the most part.
Yeah, so far. We love you podcast platforms.
Yes, thank you. Like, please don't
Say that.
stop.
Say that way.
Yeah.
So tell us about Shadow Band. What do you guys talk about on it?
So half of the episodes are just me, and the other half I have guests. And we're filming season 2 currently. It's a very slow process because it's a lot to do a podcast in addition to like having jobs and lives and stuff. And I do it with my friend Erica. So she works full time also. And then my other friend Priscilla edits it. So it's just we're like a little team. And yeah, it's just basically I talk about herpes, sex work, dating, queerness. I think that's like the main categories. But basically talking about anything that would get me shadow banned on Instagram is what we're talking
The
about.
list is growing day by day.
Yes.
What you can
Of what
talk
you
about.
cannot talk about on there. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
horrible.
Oh my God. So, people at home, if you love this podcast, it's like an obvi that you will love Shadow Band. Check it out for
Yes.
sure.
And we do YouTube and every streaming platform it's on.
Amazing. Do you do video on YouTube only or on like the platforms that allow you to do the
I
video?
think just YouTube it's video and then everything else is just audio. Because I just upload it from like RSS and it just automatically does it. Yeah.
You're a writer as well, right?
hmm
So tell us a little bit more about what you do in the writing space.
Yeah. So before I got herpes and like started Safe Slut and stuff, I always had like some sort of blog going.
Do you have the blogs? What is it? The blog spot?
It might have just been like a WordPress is one of them. I think is a
Okay.
WordPress. I think it's if you could I think you can still find it. But basically I was an English and media studies major. So to me, writing and some sort of like I've always been obsessed with like all forms of media. So that's always like what I wanted to do, specifically about like feminism or like wellness. Like that's always been my biggest interest. And so then when I got herpes, I was like, okay, cool. I can talk about this stuff on like Instagram. Then it turned into like a bunch of like I'm on every platform possible. So I post my like long form writing on Substack and Patreon. Patreon's more herpes specific. Substack is kind of like where I'm kind of leaning into like more like Carrie Bradshaw meets herpes, meets sex education, meets gay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of like the
All
angle that I'm
right.
going for. So I'm putting more energy into Substack now. So people should totally subscribe. It's a good time.
Yeah, so definitely subscribe on Substack. So I'm going to be subscribing. I'm like, I need to read. I'm all about that blend. Hello.
Yes,
It's
yes.
amazing. So I'm curious if there's anything, any topics that we have not touched upon that you would love to bring to the Come Talk people at home.
Okay, we've done herpes. I think that's the main thing. We've done sex work. So those are like my two main things. Slut shaming, I don't really experience anymore. I think luckily that's another thing that I obviously talk about. I don't really experience that as a 31-year-old. That hasn't happened to me since like college. Do people still slut shame when we're adults? I haven't heard anything about that.
I mean, there's gonna be people that do that, but like, I mean, I'm all about a good hoe, like slut phases, lifestyle, like all of that. Yeah, people are gonna do what they do. They definitely are gonna shame
That's why I feel
regardless,
like we're
right?
in like such a bubble in New York of like I just feel like
Yeah.
everyone I know is a freak that I'm just like yeah, we're all being weird and like doing stuff. Yeah, it's just so normal to me that someone's like, oh, I had an orgy last Tuesday. And I'm like, yeah, it's a Tuesday night.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. So I'm
Oh,
like, yeah, what else would you be doing?
it was just another
It's just
Tuesday.
another Tuesday. Yeah. That's why I'm always like, oh, I'm not that slutty. I think because my friends are way sluttier than me that I feel like a prude. But I'm like, obviously, I'm not to the average person. I am a slut. But like, in comparison to people that I am friends with, I'm like, wow, I'm a grandma, truly.
I know. I know. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I'm definitely in my slut era for sure. I grew up Mormon and so did not have that in my like 20s and beyond. And I'm like, yeah,
You have to
definitely,
make up for
definitely
lost
making up
time. Yeah,
time.
you have to.
Yeah,
I feel like for me, it's different. Growing up Catholic, you're like automatically slutty as a teen. It's just like rite of
that
passage.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was very slutty in my teens and my 20s. So now I'm like, all right, I'm tired. But I think it's
Yeah.
important to have a hoe phase. I think it's necessary.
So important. It's such a teacher in
Yeah.
so many different ways. Like, I feel like you really get to know yourself and what you like and your desires and how to communicate with people and all the different behaviors. And yeah,
Yeah, I also feel like for me, it was like such an experiment too of like I've been with like a good amount of people and I'm just like it was always so fun getting to know all these different types of people. And I think when you're sleeping with someone, it's like when they're at their most vulnerable. And so like I'm sleeping with these people, it's like or whether it's a one night stand or something casual, and I'm like I feel like I'm like looking into your soul while we're like having this like really like
yes.
crazy romantic or just like sexy night. And I'm like, it was just like fun to just like look, I don't know, I just feel like it was like a psychology project or something into like human behavior and sexuality.
Oh my God, so much, so much. So if you are yet to enter your slut era, let this be your invitation to go full force.
Do it, go into your safe slut era. So do it, don't do it the way I did it. Do it in an actual safe way. Get tested, wear protection, ask people about their STI status. Don't sleep with random men from FetLife without vetting them. Don't meet random older men at a hotel and sleep with them. Like that's crazy. Don't do that.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Yeah,
TBT.
exactly. Do it safely.
Yes.
This has been fucking fabulous. So before we sign off, we love to come to completion here at Come Talk with Amy. Trisha, are you ready to come to completion?
I think so. I think so. I think I'm ready.
All right. Safe slut energy feels like blank at 2 a.m.
Big slut energy. I have underwear that says big slut energy that you can get on my website, safeslut.shop.
That's
So 2
amazing.
a.m. big slut energy. That's what we're gonna go with. Big slut energy.
Yes. Big
Yes.
slut energy.
Yes.
Okay. HSV is not the end of your sex life. It's the start of your blank.
The start of your leveling up journey. It's this true start of your slut era if you want it to be. Yeah.
Yes. So fucking yummy. I
Yes.
love that. Yes. Ooh, I am like, these are juicy answers. Okay. The hottest thing someone can do after you disclose is.
They go, okay, can I finger you right now? And I'm gonna say
Yes.
yes.
So hot. Yes, yes, you may.
Yes, correct.
If you want them to, of course.
Yes.
One thing I was going to ask too, like, have you had people be shitty when you disclosed? And like, how would you tell people at home or who are listening into this, like, how do you treat that when you encounter people who are shitty about it?
It's funny because I just think the people who are shitty about it are emotionally immature and also stupid. So to me, it's just not,
1,000%.
yeah, so it doesn't feel worth my time. I've only had two rejections and they weren't particularly like shitty, just these people were dumb. One of them was like really stupid. Like when I was dating, we dated for like a month and I was like, oh, this guy's dumb. I bought him like books and I was like,
Oh
you
dear.
should read these.
Like, please,
Yeah, and I think I always
for
like
yourself.
when I was dating men, this is like so you would tell I was like not interested in men. I would like vet them. I guess maybe that's the smart thing to do. I don't know, but like I would like just like name drop. Like I was like, oh, like I don't know, like some like feminists to see like what they like knew, and they like this person had no idea what was going on with like politics or anything.
And you're like, goodbye. Put those
Yeah,
fingers away.
yeah, and they were someone who got cold sores, but like wouldn't go down on me, and then it ended up being like they don't want herpes on their mouth, and I was like, well, sir, you already have herpes on your mouth,
Yes.
so
You like, see that right there?
yeah,
Done.
that's
Already
herpes.
done.
So to me, it's
You
just
came with
like
that.
it's a skill issue for these people. So they're lost, and it's not someone I'd want to date, anyways.
They're lost
Yeah.
and move on to better, smarter, and more kind people.
Yes.
There are a lot of humans out there who are fucking fabulous.
Yes. There's so many
And will fuck
people.
you
Yeah. There's
fabulous.
so many people who literally do not care about herpes, like whether they have it or not. Like I did a call with someone recently and they're like, I really want to date someone else who has it. And I'm like, my dude, you don't got to do that. Like you can date whoever you want. Like it's, yeah. Most of the people I've dated have been negative.
Yeah, I love that because a lot of people may assume that, like, oh, I've been diagnosed. If I'm going to have sex, it needs to be with somebody who also is, has been diagnosed with herpes or whatever other STI. But yeah,
Yeah.
sky's the fucking limit. That is
Exactly.
not how it has to be. It can be if that's, what you want it to be, but
Yeah.
don't limit yourself. All right. The real risk in dating isn't STIs, it is blank.
Heartbreak.
So true. Aw, we've all been there.
But it's worth it. It's always worth it sometimes.
Yes, always worth it. Okay, a partner who respects boundaries makes you want to blank.
Finger them.
Yes, we love it. Okay, sex work taught you how to spot blank instantly.
Sex work has actually taught me so much about people, and basically like I will know if someone is going to, it's the same way because I work at a salon. I know when someone walks in the door if they're going to tip me or not. I know when I'm talking to men if they're going to like be able to give me money or not, like in a second.
Wild.
Yeah, so I can read people really well. And I'm not like, it's just an energy people have that it's always like I'm always right. So like you just know how to deal with people. So yeah, sex work has taught me how to see through people really well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Okay, the difference between confidence and recklessness is.
This is like just the epitome of safe slut because before I was being reckless, now I'm doing things with confidence. So it's how you go about it. It's boundaries, it's the conversations, it's safety, being safe about it.
Yes, safety is so fucking sexy.
It's hot. Yeah.
Okay, the real walk of shame is actually blank.
I made a post about this yesterday or the other day. The real walk of shame is walking to your situationship's house. Don't do it. Don't go. Just block them. Date someone else. Don't go to their
Do
house.
not.
Don't do it. Don't waste your time. I've wasted years. I've wasted years. Don't do it.
Haven't we all? I don't do situationships anymore.
Yeah,
Nope.
I had my last straw. We don't do that.
Yeah, I can sniff them a mile away and I'll be
Yes.
like, boundaried, bye-bye, because
Yeah.
it's just not worth like the time.
It's not worth it. And
They're
like
so addictive.
if someone wants to date you, like they will make that known. Like you don't have to like put a lot of energy into someone who's not going to give you that because you think it's going to change their mind. I'm talking to myself right now. These are my
I love
reminders.
this.
I say shit like this to myself out loud all the time when I'm at home. Like where I'm like, no, we're not doing that anymore. You need the reminders.
Yes, we all do. We all do. Woo! Because those situationships, man, they are addictive by nature.
It's fun. It's fun because it's fun to be like yearning and sad. Like I was talking about this in therapy today. Like part of the reason why I like get messy in relationships is because like to me like heartbreak and yearning is fun. Oops, sorry.
Yes, it really is. I like that roller coaster can be fun.
Yeah.
Also, like the inconsistency, it's like a drug
Oh,
because
the
you're like,
push
give me
pull.
a little bit more
Give me
of
that
that. Yeah,
dopamine when I get that text. Woo! But now I'm training myself to be attracted to people who are available, secure, emotionally mature, not self-centered, actually are looking to be in a relationship.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they're out
They're
there.
there.
They're out
They're
there.
there. Yeah.
All right, final question. I am a safe slut because I blank.
Because I am empowered and confident about my sexuality and just my life. I live authentically. That's being a safe slut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we love it. So fucking hot. I'm dripping. I don't know if you guys are at home,
I
but woo, got hot in here.
bet.
gosh, this has been so fucking fabulous. Like,
Yay.
I cannot wait for summer to roll around and for us to like be at the same event together.
Yeah, like let's get drinks
Gotta
when it's
make it
warm.
happen. Yes. Before we sign off, where can people find you?
So I am at safe.slut on Instagram and TikTok. I am Safe Slut with a V, not a U, on OnlyFans. I am Safe Slut on Substack, Patreon, YouTube, and my website is safeslut.shop where I have like merch and my zine that just came out, my podcast, Shadow Band.
You have like a lot of fucking fabulous stuff going on. So we'll definitely have it linked in the show notes as well. Everyone at home, thank you for listening in. Remember to masturbate, lubricate, and get ate safely.
That's
As
beautiful.
always, thank you for coming. Please come again, and come again.
Yay!
Yes.
That's all for today, lover. Remember to masturbate, lubricate, and get ate. If you liked this episode, share with a friend, like, subscribe, and as always, thank you for coming. Please come again, and come again.